Good morning, everyone. It is day 14 out here. I'm having fun out here right now. It's hard, and I'm going through some adjustments mentally, emotionally, and I expected that. I know how it works. It generally takes somewhere around 2 weeks to for your body to adapt and adjust, for your mind to adapt and adjust, and I'm in the process right now. When I was sitting in my tent last night, looking out down the trail for the amount of time that I have left here before I go back up north to hike with Navigator and Deb and Abby, and see my friends, my good friends, Jen and Chris, and Sula. I'm so excited. Yeah, I can't even describe to you. That's right now. That's my motivator, and I'm loving it. But anyways, I was sitting down looking at things, and I realized that I'm going to get to the Smokies in maybe 5 days. So what is today? Today's Saturday. 5 or 6 days, I'm going to get to the Smokies. Once you get there, you've got a limited amount of time. You have to buy a permit to through hike through there, and you have a limited amount of time to get through. And I'm getting different information. When I went through 3 years ago, I think it was like a 8-day time period you had to get through there, and it generally takes about 5 or 6 days to get through. But I was told by a father and daughter that I camped with last night that they've extended that to 38 days. So I got to find out. I'll find out when I get to Knock, Nantahala Outdoor Center. So we'll see. But here's the thing. I don't really want to go halfway through the Smokies and stop and have to come back in 2 weeks after that. So if I decide to continue after coming back from my section hike with Navigator, then I think I'm going to start fresh. So I think I've decided, and I talked to Deb about it this morning. She's excited about it. I haven't got to spend a lot of time with her in the last couple months, and that's not fair to her. I'm out here doing my thing, and yeah, it's just not fair to her. So we'll see. And I miss my dog. I'm not gonna lie, I miss my dog. My dog's getting old, and in poodle years, he's about as old as they get. And he'll be 15 this year, and I don't want to lose that time with him. I just don't want to lose that time with him. He's my buddy. He's my bud. We've been together for this last 15 years, and breaks my heart just thinking about it. But it's life, man, and it sucks sometimes. But anyways, so I think what I'm going to do, I told Deb this morning, I'm going to get to Fontana Dam, the start of the Smokies, and I'm gonna stop, have her pick me up. I'll get to spend we'll spend the weekend at her place, and then we'll head north to start hiking there at our date and time designated. So, all right, what the hell? There wasn't supposed to be any ups in the first couple miles, but I see an up coming. But let's see. Usually in the morning, I struggle a little bit going up these hills, but by mid-afternoon or even by mid-morning, my body's warmed up, and I can feel my body getting stronger. So it's all good, man. I'm accomplishing what I came out here to accomplish. I've lost some weight. My guts, it's not gone, but it sure got a good head start. Yesterday I did a a long political clip, and I deleted it. I really want to, I guess at this point, it doesn't matter. Everybody in this country knows what's going on, and they either approve of it or they don't. And I think right now we're upwards of 80% do not. So I'm going to get away from the politics as much as I can. Whew. Okay. This uphill is, I'm not ready for it yet. You slow down a little bit, but I had 2 long political clips yesterday. I deleted them both. But I do want to say this. I ran into a woman yesterday. I'm not going to say her name. And we talked. She caught up to me probably 5-6 mile mark yesterday. And I'd met her the day before. Deb and I had given her a ride into Franklin from Winding Stair Gap to her hostel. Seemed like a pleasant lady. Well, she was not a pleasant lady. We didn't start out intending to talk about politics. It just kind of went in that direction. We talked about our work experiences, life experiences, blah, blah, blah. But the work experiences led into how shitty the post office treats its employees these days. It's not like it used to be 10, 15 years ago and way back, where it was if you landed a job at the post office, man, you were set. It still is to some degree, but the abuse that the carriers and the clerks have to contend with, it's not worth it. A lot of people quit. Most of you out there, you go to the post office, one of the first signs you see on their windows or doors is now hiring, help wanted. They can't get people, they can't keep people. You go to the post office, you start out part-time, and in my case, it was 9 years part-time before I got full-time. I wasn't concerned because I had my military pension, and I also showed that my work ethic in those 9 years as a sub, I learned 23 routes, so I was busy 6 and sometimes 7 days a week. But that was without benefits. And that's what hurts people. They may have that option now, but it takes a big chunk of the money that the part-timers make. Anyways, the lady and I were conversing about that and talking about how things changed from the time post office got the Amazon contract, where they stopped doing mail counts and carriers were delivering Amazon shit at their own expense for 4 years before they did another mail count. And then when they finally did one, October of 2019, many of the carriers, including myself, ended up losing money because our routes got so big, they went off the chart and they had to take away customers, you take away money. I lost about 10 grand a year when we did that mail count. The only positive on that part was that at least now somebody was getting paid to deliver Amazon's crap. Well, what happened in early 2020? We all know, COVID. And once again, my packages went through the freaking roof. And I'm now delivering Amazon crap again at my own expense. And that was when I made the decision, after 2 years, that I'm not going to do it anymore, because they, again, did not do mail counts. Because they knew that they were going to have to pay us a lot of money, and they weren't charging Amazon jack shit to deliver the crap. So, anyways, COVID. That got us into the conversation. She plainly stated, I'm not wearing no damn mask. That's a no-no. For people like that, screw you. How many people did you kill? How many people did you kill? She had so much misinformation coming from disinformation from Fox News and Trump and Rand Paul and all these other freaking morons. How many people did they kill? Unbelievable. And then out of the blue, she makes this comment about January 6ers, how they were railroaded and mistreated after they attacked the Capitol. Her statement was pretty clear. These were church groups. They were there praying, peaceful protest. No, they weren't. They're domestic terrorists who attacked the Capitol with the full intention of killing our representatives in Congress, Republican or Democrat. They were there to kill people. And the only thing to stop them was our Capitol police officers. That's the only thing that stopped them. And how many of those police officers died as a result of that attack? So when she made that comment, that lit a fuse under my ass. And I turned to her and I said, what the fuck are you talking about? And I kind of let it go. When I say let it go, I went off. I'm not playing that game. Don't try to preach your Nazi propaganda to me. I'm not gonna stand for it. I saw what happened. I believe what my eyes saw. So I don't want to hear a peaceful protest. Peaceful protest was where Renee Good and Alex Pretty were murdered by ICE, by our own country's law enforcement. They're not law enforcement. They're stormtroopers. They're Nazis. They're Proud Boys now serving my country. They're January 6ers that are just violent people. So I talk about this because I need to do it for my own mental health. I don't care if people out there listening like what I'm saying. If you believe what this woman believes, you're an idiot. You're not an American. You're a traitor to your country, just like Trump is. You endorse murder and terrorism. Who would have ever thought the United States of America would become a terrorist nation? Look at what we're doing. Attacking Venezuela, stealing their oil, kidnapping their president. I don't care that he's an illegitimate president. It's not our job to kidnap him and try him. That's just stupid. It's a violation of international law. Iran. How many of our servicemen are going to die because a pedophile wants to help a terrorist in Netanyahu? No. Don't come to me and preach me that bullshit. I'm not going to buy it. I spent 21 years of my life serving this country. I went to war for this country. And I can tolerate so much. But when you start spouting Nazi propaganda from Fox News and Newsmax and Trump and all these other people, I'm not going to stand for it. I'm going to get pissed and I'm going to respond. I hope I never see this woman again. I hope I never see anybody like her again. I've seen people like her online. They are not good people. They are not people that you want to be friends with. They are not people that you want to be associated with. Peaceful protest, my ass. The fuck was she watching? Anyways. So, now that I've gone on a long political spiel, I'm going to try to chill on the political stuff. But with the understanding that if somebody spouts Nazi propaganda, I'm not going to stand for it. whether it's on my channel or in front of me. I'm not going to stand for it. This is my country. I am who I am because of my great country. And, all right. On a softer note, I camped with a father and daughter from Netherlands last night. They speak very passable English, very good. The daughter is better at English than the dad, but they both speak very good English. I wish I spoke their language. I don't. I suck at trying to learn foreign languages. But we had good conversation all night. The daughter has been thinking about doing this trail for a number of years. I think she said she read a book years ago and just became fascinated with doing this trail. So she's, if I understood them correct, she's pretty much fresh out of high school, and dad is just retired, and they said, let's go do it. Here they are. They're not hikers, but they're racking up miles. They started 4 or 5 days after me, and they caught up to me. Now, I did take 1 0. They have not taken any zeros yet, but they're flying. They're both in excellent condition. The young lady has blisters. Well, I happen to be pretty good at dealing with blisters. So I hooked her up with some tape and scissors, so she had blisters on her heels, on her toes. And all right, this is a tent site. Got a little uphill coming, but what do we got here? Prescribed fire area. Okay, that's passed. 3/6/26. So they did a prescribed or controlled burn back on March 6th. All right, we'll go check it out, see what's up. You can see the area that they're talking about doing. But, all right, let's keep going. Anyways, yeah, the daughter's she's taken a little bit of time off between high school and college, and coming out to hike the trail. And I'm sure they're going to pass me at some point today, as fast as they are. And I sincerely hope that the tape I gave her helps her with those blisters and keeps them from getting any worse. And delightful people. All right, I need my trekking poles. I'm going to stop in the middle of this uphill just to show you what a prescribed burn looks like. The trees are all good. They're still standing. It's all the low-level brush. And you can already see in just a month the new growth coming. Looks like mostly flowers coming up. And yeah, this is good stuff. And you can see the trail is untouched. The fire will burn right up to the trail. And because of when they do it, this is makes for a good fire stop. Although they didn't need it here. They wanted to do both sides. And they did. It's pretty cool watching them drop incendiary devices out of the helicopter. And of course, it was the section that I hiked yesterday that we walked through the burn 3 years ago. But you can smell, it's all still fresh. You can smell the burn. A few spots got missed, but overall, yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, I'm still going uphill, so. Oh boy, I've been on the trail just about 1 hour, just under an hour. And I've come 2.1 miles. Just finished coming over my first uphill, which was not a big one. You can look at the graph, it was not big. Maybe half a mile. I didn't even look, to be honest, it was so small. The next one is going to be the biggest one of the day, but I've got a couple of miles of steady downhill, almost 2 miles of steady downhill before I get to that next, and the biggest uphill of the day. So rolling along pretty good. I've got a good sweat up now. Body's definitely warmed up. I feel good. My heel felt much better this morning than it did the last 2 days. So I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic that these custom insoles are my feet are adjusting to them. They really push up on my arches. I'm not a medical expert at all, but apparently I have severely fallen arches over the years, and these inserts really push them up, and so I'm hopeful that my feet are getting used to it now. I'll let you know by the end of the day. I'm doing under 11 miles today. That sets me up to get into knock tomorrow around noon, which is good. I think it's going to be it's between a 6 and a 7 mile run, somewhere in that area. So I should be able to get in about noon. We got a little rain this morning. I'm not even going to call it rain. It was a little sprinkle for about 3 minutes. Just enough to put a few drops on my... It's wild because in my tent, when the little raindrops hit the tent, it sounds like a storm outside. But then when you get out and look, there's just... there's a spot of rain like every 6 inches on top of my tent. So it's really not as bad as it sounded. But today should be pretty good. Chance of rain is low, very low, under 10%. Tomorrow, on the other hand, it goes up to over 90%. We're going to get rain tomorrow. So I'm not going to mind getting off the trail and getting into, going to the same place that I went 3 years ago, a place called Gorgeous Stays. And it's a little tiny house community hostel. It's an awesome place, and it's under new ownership now. I contacted them yesterday and made reservations for, yes, their private room. You can get places to stay, or a bed to stay in, for as little as I think $40 a night, which is very reasonable, especially at a place like this, because they have everything you need. They have a great shower situation, bathroom situation. They've got a whole string of tiny houses and buses and other contraptions that they've turned into. A hostel that each one has. Most of the ones I think only have 2 beds in it. One being like a queen bed and the other one being a twin. I got there late last time and I ended up in the twin, which is okay. I don't mind that. But given a choice, I like being by myself. I like the social gathering, hanging out with the hikers and chatting and reminiscing and swapping stories and telling lies, and that's what we do. So I have a private room that costs me $85 a night, and I deserve it. I've earned it, so I'm going to use it. Anyways, I don't know if I deserve it, but it was available, and I'm taking it. But I contacted them yesterday, and just simply told them I'm Papa Bear out on the trail. I plan on getting in on Sunday. I want to take a zero there, so I want a place for Sunday and Monday night. Is your private room available? They responded back that, hey, you're already in our phone system. Have you been here before? I said, as a matter of fact, I have. 3 years ago, I was there and spent 2 nights also with my trail family. We only intended to spend 1 night there, but when we got there, big storms were coming through. And the people there, the local experts, advised us with that kind of rain and wind coming, probably not a good idea to go up into the area that we were going up into, because blowdowns are quite frequent in that kind of weather. So we decided to go ahead and take a zero and stay there an extra day, which was wonderful. And so anyways, like I said, they advised me that they were under new ownership, and just to let them know, when I got into the knock, the Hala Outdoor Center, which I think I've already explained, but the knock was one of the original whitewater rafting companies in this area. And although there are no big rapids On this particular river, they run generally, I think, between class 1s and class 3s. Class 1s and class 3s are still fun. They're not 4s and 5s, which are the ones that give you the pucker factor, scare the living crap out of you to the point where you want to do it again and again and again. But 1s and 3s are, they're more gentle. I'm not going to say they're easier, because there's still a lot of technical information or knowledge involved. You still need a good guide on the 1s and 3s, or he'll dump you, or she'll dump you. And I think these are the kind of places that youngsters come to learn to be guides and slowly work their way up to the bigger ones. But last time I was here, it was cold. I hadn't thought about that. Taking the 0 here, maybe I might just take a day of. I'll have to look at it when I get there, see how it works, see how much it is. I might, since I've taken a 0, I'd be resting my legs. I'd be working my arms. God, these things are just beautiful. That color is just fantastic. I wish they stayed like that, but I have seen some where they're starting to turn green, but they're just beautiful. So, anyways, I'm going to take a Nero into Knock, get a ride down to the folks at Gorgeous Stays. Said just shoot them a text. They'll come pick me up when I'm ready. Tomorrow's Easter Sunday, I guess, so they'll be at church until noon. I don't expect to get in before noon, so even if I did get in before noon, I would not send them a text until after I was 100% sure that they were done with their Easter services. And I can hang out at the Knock. I need a couple pieces of new equipment. They've got a great outfitter store there. They've got an awesome restaurant, a little expensive, but that's okay. They definitely have the greasy cheeseburger. So I guarantee you, tomorrow, Papa Bear gonna be pigging out on some grease, and he needs it. I've lost weight. I'm guessing I've lost, I don't know that I've lost as much weight as you would think, because at the same time you're losing the fat, which when I hung out with Deb the other night, she was pretty insistent that, yeah, you can tell the difference already. The big fat along my sides is gone, and I can start to see a little more definition in the front, but still got a little bit of a gut, but I can start to see, I judge it by, I'm going to show you something, let's see if you can see it. When I look down at my fanny pack, when I started, let's see, that's about how much I could see of my fanny pack. And now I can see all the way to the second zipper. So when I put my hiking pants on, I had to go buy a new pair of hiking pants before I left, because my old hiking pants simply would not fit. I could squeeze them together and force it, but that just wasn't going to work. I've tightened up my belt probably a good 3 to 4 inches already in this 2 weeks I've been out here. So I've lost 3 to 4 inches of fat. I'm gaining muscle. So I'm expecting when I weigh myself tomorrow, to have lost somewhere between 15 and 20 pounds, which would be perfect. It would get me down around 170 and head up north and continue. The trick is when I come off the trail, maintaining that. So I just so you know, right now I'm leaning toward, of course, if you've been watching all my videos, you know that I'm out here primarily to lose weight, get back into some physical good shape, and I'm doing that, and I've done that to a certain degree. I've done that as much as I expected to so far, so I'm right on track. But I just didn't know if I was going to stay out here and hike the whole Thru trail. If you'd asked me a couple days ago, I would have said it's still 50-50. I've been telling people that if I finish up north with my girl and my sisters, and I'm still having fun, that I'd come back and keep going until I wasn't having fun anymore. But I don't want to do that. I think right now I'm more leaning toward stopping after I finish up north, just because before I decided to come out here to get back in shape, I had other plans. My plans were to, first of all, go up north and see my boys and my grandsons, and maybe take a whitewater rafting trip with them somewhere out west, maybe in Colorado. It's something that we've always wanted to do, and I think both of my boys would be excited to do it. And my grandsons are at the age now where they can do it if they so desire. And I just think that would be so freaking cool. But I would like to spend a couple of weeks with my boys and my grandsons, and do something fun, and then come back here, not to the trail, but come back east, pick up Deb, because Deb and I, we have things that we want to do out west. We want to go to some states and some national parks that we haven't been to before, or she hasn't been to before. I've been to a lot of them out west, but just quick passing. Now with our experience of hiking and camping, we can go there and spend some real quality time in some of these places like Utah. Yeah. And frankly, I want to get out west because I want to find my forever home. I want to find the place where I'm going to spend at least half of the rest of my life. Deb lives here in North Carolina, and she's got a beautiful place, and I don't want her to give that up. That would just, I mean, that's her legacy. That's for her kids when she's gone. And I want to have something for my kids when I'm gone. So I'm looking at getting something somewhere between Minnesota and the West Coast. Ideally, I want someplace that's secluded to a certain degree. I want something in the wild to a certain degree. I don't want to live in a red state. That's probably my number one priority. I do not want to live in a red state. That's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. Yeah, not me. So we shall see. God, another long video. Y'all gonna kill me, man. But I'll edit it, take out some stuff. But so, if I had to make the decision today, I would probably get off the trail when I come back from Virginia and Pennsylvania, and move on to Gary's next adventure, which I would like to share with my kids, my grandkids. So that's the thought right now. I talked to Deb this morning. My current plan is to get to Fontana Dam, which is the beginning of the Smoky Mountains. And because they have a period of time that you have to get through there, I will probably stop there. Look, they did a good burn through here. But so I will probably stop at Fontana Dam, and maybe later in the season come back and hike the Smokies with Deb. I think she would enjoy that. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, that's the plan. Tomorrow, get into knock, take a day off, do a Nero, do a zero, head out to, next stop would be Fontana Resort, Fontana Village, and the dam, and where Deb would pick me up. That would give us, instead of 2 days to get up north, actually 4 days to get up north. Give my body a chance to really heal before I start hiking with the Navigator, the Pro. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the view. I mean, look at this. They zapped a little of the rhododendrons, but they'll be back. They'll be back. You can see the dead will fall off, and it'll regrow. So it's all good. And you can imagine the smell. I mean, it smells like burned wood. All right. Yeah, I see a green tunnel up here. Let's go a little bit further. This video clip is going to be 20 minutes long in itself. Oh my God. What the hell? What else you got to do? Here's the thing. For you guys, if it gets boring, fast forward. I'm the guy that's got to sit down and edit this sucker for however long it is and double that time to get it posted. So I wish I have 360 some subscribers. Most of them do not watch my videos anymore for whatever reason. They've lost interest. I wish they would unsubscribe. I don't care to have that many subscribers, especially if they're not watching. I definitely have no interest in having thousands of subscribers like some of these people that are coming out here and actually making money off their videos. It's not about making money. This is beautiful. And it goes on and on and on and on. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes it goes on for miles. And when you're walking through it, if you've never done it, take an opportunity. I will tell you this. If you've never done any hiking and you want to do a good day hike, Clingman's Dome down to Newfound Gap is just flat out gorgeous. Even better is the 10 miles coming into Clingman's Dome. So, anyways, all right, I got to turn this off. My arm's getting way tired. Ninja, just for you, buddy. Kaboom. This is the first big one I've seen out here. Thinking about you, brother. Thinking about you. Absolutely beautiful out there. I would go up there, but I'm afraid of heights. I'm not going up there. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. Well. So, yeah, you see this guy up here? This is the lost sloth.
Yeah.
He got us lost today.
Can you imagine a lost sloth would get you lost?
I love it. Now we screwed up at the bottom of this last mountain. I don't know how we did it. We were talking, yapping, whatever, but we missed the white blaze somehow. I don't know how, but we did. And we probably ended up cutting off, I don't know, a quarter to even maybe up to a half a mile of the trail. But our penalty for doing that is that the trail that we were on was freaking straight up the damn mountain, where the one that we should have gone on had a lot of switchbacks, and it would have been much easier. Yeah, there's the water. At least there's the water sign. Now we got to find the water. Yeah, trail goes that way, so the water's got to be up here. I'm going to take my pack off and leave it here.
I'm hoping it's right.
All right, we'll turn this off for a second where we go find water. So like I was saying, we kind of screwed up. Not a big deal. It's not like I've already decided I'm not going to through hike, so or at least probably not. But you know, we missed a quarter, maybe 2-3 tenths of the trail. But we paid for it by coming up a much steeper section that about burned us out. It hurt us even more. Another part of the penalty was that we missed the water source. So we had to suck it up until we got to this last water source, which is 2/10 of a mile from the shelter. So we've got to do a big water carry for that 2/10 of a mile. Not a big deal. Yeah, listen, we tore the trail up today. I picked up Sloth, I don't know, a couple miles into the trail. We've been hiking together since, chattering, and again, I've said it before. When you've got somebody to talk to, things go much quicker. And look down at your phone and shit. You think you've gone a mile, you've gone 4. So it just gets your mind in a place where you're not thinking about how much it hurts, how tired you are, how much you need water, how much blah blah blah, and you just roll. And that's what we've done today. We just kind of rolled down the trail, and it's probably somewhere around 2 o'clock. We've done over 10 miles. So, done good. I had a decent breakfast this morning. I can see the shelter down there. And we just got to work our way down to it. My legs are tired. See anybody down there? Oh, you know what I see? I see a bear hang. Cool. Weather's going to be an issue tonight. I don't know how much yet. I need to check, see if I've got service. Gotta be careful here. Big step. Go right here on the edge. This is steep. I'm gonna get my trekking poles. I don't want to fall down. It's the last